Well, the Union Government of India has asked the US to increase the number of inspections by the US Food and Drug Administration in order to boost Food and Drug Administration in India in order to take care of pharma exports, and has reiterated its long-standing demand to restore the generalized system of preferences for easier access of goods access into America. Union Minister Piyush Goyal has meanwhile highlighted challenges faced by visitors from India to USA due to visa processing time periods, and has requested the US to augment the processing. Dr. Sharat Kohli joins us on the phone line to talk more about this. Dr. Kohli, important to understand that India and America cannot, have this bonhomie in isolation and ignore what really the people of both the countries need desperately at this point in time, and that is obviously access to goods and services.
Exactly, Vineet. I think we need to appreciate the fact that, India-US trade is likely to touch $200 billion. So once again, America is likely to become the biggest trade partner of India. And for this to happen, and for more importantly, for this to sustain, it's very important that the sensitivity towards each other's trade-related requirements should be maintained. Now, if Indians cannot travel freely to US, for business you need to travel so many times, sometimes multiple times during one single year. I know people who travel every fortnight. In fact, I know someone who travels literally every week as well, because the business interests are so closely knitted, with the country. So if in this situation visa process is delayed, or visa questions are raised, or if, the travelers are looked at with doubt and so on and so forth, obviously it obstructs the smooth business process and growth of bilateral trade. That's point number one. Point number two is that with regard to the FDA, I think US has its own requirement with regards to the drugs approval and, the FDA requirements for various pharmaceutical companies which operate from India. There's a substantial amount of pharmaceutical trade happening from India. In fact, India is now known as the world's pharmacy. But then I think it will be advisable for US, because we've seen consignments getting rejected after they land in US. So this involves a very hefty cost. This involves a lot of loss to the Indian pharmaceutical manufacturers. So I think what Minister Goyal has been insisting, that it is better for US to have a kind of a check and a checklist here in place in India itself. So before the drugs or the pharmaceuticals which are manufactured are sent there, they should be subject to all the requirements which US has. We respect the FDA requirements. We respect the rules and regulations which the United States has for import of pharmaceuticals. But what is definitely is objectionable and what causes a lot of inconvenience and loss sometimes is the fact that they get rejected after reaching there. So I think a system is going to be put in place where...
All right. Dr. Kohli, appreciate you joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.